take my mind.
Welcome back to another episode of Change Tomorrow Today, the hottest podcast on the planet.
We on fire, man. We on fire. We burning hot. We burning hot, Al, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, brother, before we dive into what we diving into, I just want to give a shout out to us, brother. You know what I'm saying? All of us in the team. We doing a great job, man. You know what I'm saying?
That, my brother.
And we are really on a mission, to bring deeper conversations within our people, our culture. But I don't really like to say, but our people.
Right.
To awaken some of us up. This conversation is a deep one as well, because I really, I feel like when you're born black, you're really born into peer pressure.
Correct.
And people might be like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, when you're born as a black child, black kid, your whole existence is copying what's going on in your area, your neighborhood, If you stand out differently in any kind of way, then you're a sellout. If you're too smart, or you speak differently, you dress different, you know what I'm saying? They say you're trying to be, the other side, you're trying to be, or you think you know what I'm saying? If you're not hood and project and, you're not ignorant and you're not doing what everybody else is doing on the block, selling rocks and selling dope, then, you're a sellout. You're a cat. Yeah. You're different or, so my belief is, yes, when you're born black, you're born into peer pressure. In school, you gotta act and pretend a certain, you know what I'm saying?
Dress a certain way.
Yeah. Rarely do you find parents that really guide their kids to be themselves.
Yeah.
To really teach them to be different, and being different is not just choosing to be different, but being yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, bro, and I think that's a detrimental to the black race, especially in the urban communities, man. I really feel bad for the young kids that are growing up in that community. Like you just said, it's like a copy and paste, paste.
Yeah, cut and paste.
They have no point of reference of seeing just a stand-up righteous black woman or a black man in the neighborhood that stand for something.
No.
Right? And that is one of the problems that's going to continue to hinder us if we don't get off that mindset. And also too, I want to speak to the brothers that are 40 plus years old that just failed to evolve. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a man. As a man, like the Bible says, right? You won't start as a child, but you don't do childish things.
As you become a man, you put childish things away.
You put childish things away.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Right. And it baffles me when I see 40-year-old men still doing things when they were in their 20s. So if you're 40 plus and you still doing certain acts when you was 20, how can you be an example for your son if you have kids? How can you be an example for your woman? How can you be an example for the community?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
And peep this. Look at Martin Luther King. Look at Malcolm X. These brothers were in their 30s and they dress so sharp. These brothers study every day. That's why when they spoke, people listen. They spoke very intellectually, and they command a certain respect. And I think, brothers, this is what we need to get back to. I'm not saying that every black man should wear a suit, but guess what? Go buy you a suit. I'm telling you, go buy you a suit, put it on, and just go out just for the day and see how much respect you get. Go ahead, bro.
Man, as a community, as a whole, the man and the woman, father, mother, we need to preach to our children to dare to be different.
That's right.
Dare to be greater than your environment, than what you see. I know it's hard when you're living in the projects, you're living in, in the hood, whatever, everybody's, stuck in this little area, It's a lot of different personalities, but if you really look, it's not, the personalities are not that different.
Right.
Copy and paste. And paste, Everybody wearing the same kind of clothes, the same kind of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks the same. Hair looks the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sagging. Everybody getting high. Yeah. Everybody getting drunk. There's nothing that stands out. And as a parent, as a man, you want your child to stand out. You want your daughter to be different. You want your son to be different. So you got to dare them to be different, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow what we've allowed to happen to our children. It's embarrassing to say the least, because We're allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
We're not taking enough responsibility to actively be in our children's lives and to guide them, right? Because again, you can't raise a boy the way you raise a girl.
Correct.
You can't raise a girl the way you're raising a boy.
I agree.
It's two different mindsets, two different emotional standpoints. You have to be able to relate to your children in different ways. You have to know how to reach each one,
Yep.
and because there's different personalities,
Yep.
and you have to put that confidence in them to where they know being themselves is okay.
It's okay.
It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be who you are. If you're intelligent, you're intellectually intelligent, it's okay to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be hard for you to find kids around the neighborhood that you can actually have these conversations with. But today's day and time with internet, you know what I'm saying, with scholarships for children to go to different schools in different areas, don't worry. We're going to make it happen for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a parent, we're going to find the ways to make it happen for you.
Right.
Where you're going to be comfortable in the environment.
Right.
We have to take these steps, man, and
correct.
really, like I said, it's heavy is the head that wears the crown, bro.
Like, see, I have 2 daughters, right? And I always tell my daughters like this. I say, look, guys. I say, you're beautiful, you're smart. Don't let anyone take that away from you.
You can't.
Don't let anyone dictate your future.
You can't.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be
you can't.
different. And me, I believe you must be separated from whatever the world is doing. I always believed in that, right? Like, for example, like, you know me, bro, I love to dress nice. I love to wear suits. And where did I get that from? From my dad. Because in the neighborhood where I grew up at, before I moved to North Miami Beach, when I lived in Little Haiti, and I'm going to be honest with you, even though it was an urban environment, but a lot of the Haitian men in that community.
Yeah, they brought that culture with them from Haiti. They brought that culture with them, yeah.
Right.
Suits,
these
yeah,
brothers,
yeah.
And
church
these,
down.
Church down.
Every
These
day.
brothers didn't even have, they didn't even have 2 pennies to rub. But they were always clean.
Church down.
Church down. You see my pops? My father never wore sneakers in his life. My father don't even own a pair of sneakers. Never. My father always used to get dressed really nice. So as I got older, I started to emulate that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have my own identity.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to be what the world is trying to tell me
to be.
You get what I'm saying? And I think the thing, in my honest opinion, I think a lot of young kids don't have a point of reference going back to.
They don't have a man. They don't
have
have a man or a strong woman.
But also too, bro,
to guide
you
them.
have men 40 plus still acting like 20-year-olds, still dressing like little boys.
But nobody's holding them accountable.
Correct.
You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Like I said, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Correct.
And it's going to take men to make changes in our community. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Even if we want the women to be different, it's going to take men to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because we're the trendsetters.
Correct.
Like everything that's okay, that's hot, is because we make it that. Men, right? We love women in the short skirts and doing all kind of disrespectful things because we attract, oh man, she fine. This is all our doing. This is what we've done. But like you said, if you want to see different, then we got to be better and do different things. You can't be 40 plus, you dressing, your pants down to your behind, you know what I'm saying? You walking around with a black and mild in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? You looking dusty and, come on, man, you walk with a tank top on,
Right, exactly.
You holding your pants.
Yeah, exactly. And doing it in front of the young kids.
What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, they're going to emulate it.
Copy and paste.
Correct.
And these images, like you might think, well, this is my life. They gave you that image.
Yes, they did.
Everything that you think that's cool, that you think you created yourself, they gave that to you.
Yep.
And if you stop playing games like who's they, the people that's in charge and that controls this is not our land, this is not ours, man. We don't control all the laws that's in place is against us. Every image that you see that's being pushed out there is to keep us down even further. So you could carry that image all you want to and act like you created it or this is some they gave you that, bro. They gave you that so you could stand out from the crowd, right? So they could know this is my enemy right here.
There you
That
go.
all you doing is letting them know you the enemy. I gotta look out because he's an ignorant fool.
Right.
I gotta look out for him. Versus if you carry yourself like as a man is supposed to, like a man should.
And let me piggyback off that. and when you carry yourself in that manner, the other races, they see you as excuse me, brother.
Yes, sir.
They see
Thank
you
you.
as a powerless man.
A fool.
They don't fear you.
You're a fool. Why
You're
would
a
I
fool.
feel a fool?
They don't fear you. Correct. You know, like you said, bro, our image was stripped.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Because if you go back, even if you Google Black Archives, the 50s, 60s, 70s, look how
Black,
oh my
Black
God,
Wall
man.
Street. You could Google Black Wall
Black
Street.
Wall Street and see how these
sit up-
people
yeah.
dress. Oh my God.
Suited up
man.
and booted up.
Mhm.
But I will say this:
Mhm.
that this image that we carry today as this like trophy comes with a stigma.
Mhm.
Now, and I'm a black man saying this, and when you see any man carrying that image around, more than 9 out of 10 times, that stigma is to be true. You have low self-esteem.
Mhm.
You have anger issues. You don't know how to communicate, right?
Mhm.
You don't know how to be a man and provide,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of stigmas that come with that image.
Mhm.
When other people see you, they know he's ignorant, he's a fool. You got to keep an eye on him.
Mhm.
More than likely, a fight's going to break out.
Mhm.
More than likely, a shooting's going to happen.
Mhm.
But it's never towards anyone else other than that same image
Correct.
that looks like yours.
Correct.
Self-hatred.
Yep. Self-hatred.
So you didn't create that image.
Yep.
You were given that image.
Yep.
And that image in your mind also represent enemy. That's my
Correct.
enemy.
Correct.
So you're your own enemy,
Mhm.
killing somebody that looks like you,
Yep.
behaving like you, looks like you.
Mhm.
That's sick.
Correct.
That's sick, bro.
It is, and that's the reason why too they're dealing with so much bondage. They don't realize that's why certain doors don't open up for these.
Who's gonna open
individuals.
it for you?
That's my point. That's my whole point, bro. Because the enemy already sees you as
A threat.
a threat.
Because you're ignorant.
You're
It's not a
ignorant,
threat because
correct.
you're intelligent.
Correct. Exactly.
You're an emotional wreck.
Exactly. So whenever you trying to go through certain doors, the door's gonna always be shut on you.
Always,
Right.
brother.
Right, because they see, oh, this person he's ignorant. Why should I deal with this individual for? You get where I'm coming from? And it's sad to me, man. It's very sad because I remember I was at Walmart and I saw these two young guys, right? Pants sagging. These kids couldn't be no more than 21, 22 years old, maybe 18. And I asked them politely. I said, young man, why are you wearing your pants like that? And he didn't have a reason.
You don't got
He
no
didn't
reason.
even know why he was doing it.
We didn't
You
even
get what
we
I'm
didn't
saying?
even know what we
Right.
were doing.
He
Even
didn't
though
even
we
know
was
why.
even though we wasn't to that level of
Yes,
sagging.
right.
But we didn't know we were just copying and paste
Mhm.
what we saw.
What we saw. Copy and paste society.
For us.
For us, correct. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
For
right,
us,
right.
we were just copying what we saw.
Mhm.
And like I said, more than half the time, we didn't create this, bro.
Mhm.
We didn't, dog. Like, so what's the point of it all? Right? What is the point of being black is it's one of the hardest things to do.
It
It's
is.
harder than a regular job,
It
bro.
is, man.
To me, the worst thing any man could do is have a regular job.
Yeah.
And you know, and not for nothing. It's good as long as you're able to pay your bills, but long term wise, you have to find a way to get your freedom.
Yeah.
Time is freedom.
It is.
Time is power.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to control and enjoy your time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. You want to be able to control your image.
Mhm.
We don't control nothing.
Nothing, man. We don't control black media.
No, we don't
We-
have a black
we-
media.
You know, and that's why we need to control the narrative as content creators. As us being content creators, when we come on the internet, you know, we present ourselves in a
Yeah,
certain manner,
of
right?
course.
Just because you may see me dressing today in a shirt and some jeans, this is only 10% of my wardrobe.
Man,
The other 90% is slacks, ties, button-ups, suits. That's how I dress.
you see?
You know what I'm saying?
You see?
That's how I dress.
And some of you guys may
Right.
not be into that.
Right.
But you still have to dress according to your age, bro.
Right.
You can still be a man. If you don't like to wear suits,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? You can wear a long sleeve, nice
Right,
button
button
up,
up, mhm.
some nice pants, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You can flavor it up, but you gotta outgrow the sagging
The
phase.
sagging phase.
We need to leave that alone, bro. You know, the drug culture, you know, getting high. Nice school to get high on pills, on these different, you know, I don't even know the drugs today.
Yeah, because there's so many exotic drugs that's out
Oh
there
my
today,
goodness
man.
gracious, man.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for these kids, bro. Like y'all just be walking around, man, like zombies, man. That's crazy to me. Because back in our times, what did we have, bro? Like that, what was running rampant was really what? I think ecstasy came in the 2000s.
In the 2000s.
But really in the 90s, it
We
was
grew
like
up in the crack.
crack.
It was crack.
It was crack.
Crack.
Coke was for the, you know, the ballers.
Yeah.
You know, the other side.
Right.
You know, and then crack was just.
Right.
But now, bro,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa,
Mhm.
what are you on? And then they'll say some name, you're like, huh?
Mhm.
Never heard that before.
Yeah,
What is
same
that?
here. Yeah.
Oh, it's a medical, like, you know, it's a prescription.
Mhm.
What does it do? Oh, it just takes your pain away.
Wow, man, it's crazy.
You know, so being born black is just pure pressure, but
It
it's
is.
pure pressure,
It is,
bro.
man, it is.
It's nothing short of hard work. That's what I call it, hard work.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes, man, I remember when I was younger, when I had my daughter, and I used to sit and I used to think, I used to look at the stars and stuff, and I used to like, you know, I'm smoking, you know, and I'm saying, damn, did I curse my daughter to bring her in here?
Mhm.
You know, and that question that I asked myself, did I curse her by bringing her, really made me be better.
Right.
And I said, well, I'm going to make sure that I provide her with every kind of information that I
Uh-huh.
can
Mhm.
to make sure that I raise a
Mhm.
a better human being than I
Right,
was,
than you
a
was.
better person than I
Right,
was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I could have. That's all I could have done. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm.
Make sure I provided her with the information I didn't
Mhm,
have,
mhm.
but now that I do have access to make sure I give it to her.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that.
And the most important information I gave her was be yourself.
Be yourself. Correct.
You know, because there's no other person like you. I
Mhm.
tell both my daughters,
Mhm.
you know, like, you so busy trying to be like somebody else that you don't even, you're losing yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah.
the whole point of going through, you know, different stages of being a child into
Mhm.
adulthood is to learn yourself.
So, correct.
So when you copy and paste, you're slowly and surely, you're
Mhm.
losing yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to be a grown adult and not know yourself.
You don't have an identity.
Versus if you
Yeah.
take the time and you're going through the stages of, you know, and growing into
Mhm,
adulthood,
mhm.
and you're learning who you are,
Mhm.
and you being true to yourself.
Right.
And doesn't mean you got to be perfect or a good person, or but you learning who you are.
Right, right.
And as you're learning the things you don't like, you can change them.
Yep. I agree.
You know, bad habits into good
Mhm,
habits.
mhm.
But it's a choice.
Yeah, it is a choice. It is
It's
a choice. And in these 2024, bro, I still don't think it's an excuse, even in the urban community, because I've seen good people come out of the urban community.
Of course, we came
right?
out.
We came out of the urban community, right? So I don't think it's an excuse or whatever. I think men need to rise that are there.
Heavy is the head that wears the
Right.
crown.
They need to rise and stop accepting the bull crap that these people are giving to you, because you stop accepting.
Heavy is the
Right.
head that wears the crown, brother.
And that's the reason why the urban community will continue to be in a situation that it is in right now, bro. Seeing little kids right now, you could ride through the projects right now. You'll see some little kids cursing right now.
Cursing. That's
You know
cursing.
what I
that
mean,
ain't
bro.
that ain't
Yeah, cursing.
man. They towing that
They even
fire.
popping guns.
They towing
right.
that fire with the switches
With-
on them.
Exactly.
You know, pants down
Right.
here, dirty drawers, and they got the
who's giving
pants
it
in
to
there.
them? It's the quote unquote OGs in the
Man.
neighborhood that's feeding these young guys, these young kids, man.
Yeah, but a lot of
today.
times today, I don't even
Mhm.
think they need the OGs for anything. You know, a lot of times today, it's a sibling. It might be a
Mhm.
cousin. It ain't even the OG, because there ain't really no OGs. Because this game is, I think, to be honest and truthful, bro, I don't think an OG can game up in today's time a young man, because the time is a different time,
Right.
right? It's a different time. The only way you can game up a young man is just to do the right thing.
Mhm.
But the game-wise that's being played,
Mhm.
it's a totally different game.
Mhm.
So that if you're not gonna steer a child in the right direction, then that whole mentorship thing is pointless.
It's pointless.
Not it's you can't, you know, back in the day somebody could walk you through the bad.
Mhm.
This is the same cycle,
Right.
right?
Right.
They can tell you the pitfalls.
Mhm.
Today, man, it's so much emotion involved with the young men today,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? It's like it's all over the place.
Yeah, there's no
bro.
respect. There's no respect.
Respect.
Yeah, no
Forget
res-
that. The
respect
emotion is so high. Like
Right.
any little altercation is
It's
it's
a
all
reaction.
out
Yeah,
warfare.
it's a reaction.
It's all out warfare, and it's like,
Mhm.
and innocent people could get caught in the crossfire. It means nothing.
Right.
Everything is, I'm gonna get this body.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to today. A body.
Mhm.
A body is the greatest thing to these kids.
Yeah, these kids.
Whereas, like, when you say the OG, a lot of OGs are smart, navigating through the system, and they won the game.
Mhm,
These
mhm.
kids are not trying to win nothing.
Man, I remember when I lived in VP, we had an OG named Demi. I don't know if you remember Demi, Haitian Demi.
Hmm.
And I remember one time we were skipping school, and Demi caught us. He saw us skipping school, and the first thing Demi did, he snatched his belt from off his waist and was chasing us and was whipping us.
To go
And
back to
go
school,
back
to
to
school.
Right. And this is what's missing in the neighborhood today.
Right.
Right.
Bro, the OGs ain't speaking up because them
Right.
switches, boy, them switches don't care about OGs no more.
Yeah.
Them young boys, they don't give. You see what you're talking about? Try
Mhm.
that. Go ahead, try that.
Yeah, they'll kill you.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna run.
Right, because there's no respect. Because they don't respect. There's no respect.
The game has changed.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no respect.
the narrative, the whole
Mhm.
thing is different, man.
Right.
It's that whole I'm an OG thing. Listen,
Mhm.
man, that's over and done with, man. And this is the reason why when people say hip hop is a young man's game,
It is.
it is, but
It is.
it is that.
Mhm.
It is that. But that's done on purpose,
Mhm.
right? Because if you remove everybody with knowledge and wisdom and understanding,
Mhm.
and you just leave the young boys, you know what I'm saying, in the arena,
Mhm.
you're able to control them better,
Right.
right? Because you don't have an OG that said, man, you ain't got to do that.
Mhm.
That man tell you to do that, you don't know, man, he ain't nobody, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, the label don't own you, you own the label.
Correct.
Without you, ain't nothing happening.
Mhm.
Or, hey, you got this money right here, young boy. Don't waste your money, bro. Invest your money. Do this with your
Mhm.
money. So when these people try to control you, you can tell them, man, I'm good anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
you did the right. But there's no OGs. They make sure they remove all that.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's what a lack.
And when these
Yeah.
young boys rap, but they saying F the OG. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
We ain't listen to you old.
Oh, right.
And what happens to the kids in the street when they listen to that? They're
Mhm.
like, yeah, man, we don't need y'all.
Mhm.
Chaos, total
Right.
chaos.
Right. And it's crazy you said that because there's OGs that even get disrespect when they try to school the young ones. They'll be like, man, I don't care if you used to drive a Benz and had a mansion
Man, you
home,
talking about what you
because
used to
you
do.
can't show.
You talking
Because
about what you used to do.
Right,
Nobody
right,
want to hear
right.
that. But see, that's the problem too with a lot of men in our
Mhm.
culture.
Mhm.
We peaked at 20 some years old. That was our
Mhm.
peak.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people that all they talk about is what they did when they was 19, 20, whatever.
Then when the 40s
But
came, it
what are
was
you
over.
doing now, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
so that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, nobody wants to hear what you did when you peaked at 20, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do after that?
Right, that's true. But at the same time, my thing is this: even though you peaked at 20 and you don't have anything else going on, that person may still have some information.
Everybody has
If
information.
you sit,
Everybody has
right,
information.
if you listen, if you take the time to listen.
Everybody has
So
some
what the
information.
individual is saying to you, you may pick up something.
Yeah,
that
'cause
may
what-
save your life.
Because yes, and then what I would also want to know is too, how did you just peak at 20 something? And that would be my question. That's what I want to know. What happened after? Why you
Scarcity
didn't?
mindset.
You know what I'm saying? I would want to know
Right.
that. But these young boys, man, today, like I said, it's a total mindset. It's a total game changer because the music is different.
Mhm.
In the music, back when we listen to music, we always heard the term OG, OGs, OGs,
Yeah, yeah,
OG.
yeah.
Talk to my OG, holler at my OG, OG. So we looked at it like, okay,
Mhm.
we got to talk to the older heads to get the game.
Mhm.
But now the young man is telling you, fuck that.
Mhm. But hey,
We the G's, man. We don't need y'all old heads. Y'all old heads don't know what's going on.
and they crashing like
They
and they
crashing.
crashing.
Yes, they are crashing. But again, who's to blame for that?
Yeah,
We letting the other people. We letting people use our children, bro.
your children.
Like I said, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Mhm.
And if we want to see change in our communities, it's gonna take us
Mhm.
men to
Mhm.
stand up and bring the change,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
How does that look? What does it look like?
Mhm. And I don't care where you are, whether you live in the burbs, the urban community, we still have to be the change,
But
We
we need to come together.
of course.
We need to figure out a way to communicate with one another.
Mhm.
That's really what social media should be about.
Yeah.
Men talking with men, you know what I'm saying, and talking and not with hatred,
Mhm.
but how to better our communities
Right.
as men. You know, like we need to be more active in our communities.
Communities, correct.
You know what I'm saying? We need to have more mentorship within our
Mhm.
communities.
To
We
bridge
we
the gap.
need to plan together.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not just one or two, but us men need to put time into our soil, bro.
Yeah, and having functions, like you said.
We do.
Yeah,
We got to
just-
teach them how to live
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
they dying.
At
they
a
dying.
Rapid rate, man.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad. It's
They
like
living
every
to
week.
die. You know what I'm
like
saying?
remember that video I sent you last week with these young guys were whacking at each other, man.
Yeah. It was more than,
Yeah.
man, it was, man, them choppers was ringing,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was ringing. It's crazy.
And to me, that's insanity, bro.
Mhm.
But again, I don't blame the young kids.
Right.
I'm not blaming the women. I'm saying as men, every is the head that wears the crown, bro.
Mhm.
In the Bible, dog, God tells you the man is the head of the household. The house is our community,
Correct.
and the head is us. So let's clean home up.
Mhm.
You know, let's get into this community and let's clean up home, man. Let's really teach these kids how to live and not die.
Yeah, and put away old things, man, and let's turn over a new leaf. You know, especially for my older brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna hold you guys accountable, man. To my 30, 35, 30-year-old brothers, 35. Come on, guys. It's time for us to grow up, man. Let's stop thinking like little boys and stuff like that. Let's stop failing the community. Or you know what I'm saying? And this is the reason
That's what
why.
we're doing. We're feeling the
And this is the
community.
reason why we don't have no respect. We powerless. We have no power. That's why the police officer could pull you over and shoot you down. Because guess what? Because he doesn't fear you.
Not even that.
Yeah.
It's not fear
He
you.
doesn't respect
It's
you.
not fear you or respect you. He doesn't fear or respect
And he
us.
doesn't, right, and he doesn't value you.
He don't respect.
Right.
He don't. He. I'm gonna piggyback off what my
Mhm.
brother just said. It's not just you, the singular person. It's the entire race.
Mm-hmm.
We hold no value. We hold no weight. You see what I'm saying? We don't have a seat at the table. We don't bring nothing of value,
Mm-hmm.
right? All we do is chaos.
That's
Everything we do is bring chaos. They use us at their leisure, right, as a tool. But we don't control nothing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a little piece of change and make you do some strange things for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever try to get out of pocket, hey, behave yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now go out there, boy, and create chaos.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job as
Mhm.
a black man.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, as men, we need to come together.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't talking about the gangsters, the thugs. I'm talking. I forget those. I'm talking about men.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get together and really come and find solutions
Yeah.
to these problems.
To these
They're not gonna
problems.
fix themselves.
Right.
I don't care what you say. You know, you can go pray to God. There, you listen. Faith without works
It's
is.
dead. I agree.
So we gotta do the work, brother.
Mhm.
Let's stop pointing fingers, man. Also, too, I would like to shout out my princess. My daughter graduated
Oh, she
high
graduated. Shout out to you.
school.
Yeah.
My princess.
Janiyah,
man.
right?
Yes.
She has the same name as my youngest daughter. Yeah.
Princess-
Shout out to you, Janiyah.
Princess Naya.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm really proud of her.
Mhm.
She made me proud to be her father. She always made me proud.
Right.
I was so elated, man.
I know,
I
bro.
had so many different emotions going through me,
I know.
you know, but I'm proud of her. So now the next step, college.
Right.
My other daughter, she got next. She'll be graduating in 3
Right.
years. Shy, you got next. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my little man. He'll be after her.
He'll be after her.
You know
That's
what I'm
wonderful,
saying?
my
That's
brother.
wonderful. That's really
Right.
wonderful. But I like to give a shout out to all the kids, all the young
Mhm.
men and young women that
That
graduated. That's
yeah.
graduating this year. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Also, too, Jaden, he was on our show. Remember
Oh, yeah.
Jaden?
Oh, he graduated.
He graduated
Shout
also.
out to you, Jaden. Shout out to you.
Man, you're gonna do great things, brother.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Musically, I hope you allow God to guide you, man. And
Mhm.
you're gonna do great things. Don't let people control you, bro.
Control you.
Control your narrative.
Mhm.
And that's what for all y'all kids that's about to go into the world,
Right.
man, stick to what motivated you, whether it be your parent, you know what I'm saying, or yourself, you know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
understanding, God, find it and hold on to
Hold
it and
on
do
to
great
it.
things.
Yeah.
And once again, my mans, all the black men out there, bro, we need to come together. We need to fix things, bro. You agree with that?
Yeah. We got a lot of work to be done.
We're behind the 8 ball.
We are.
If we're gonna make a change, it's gonna have to be together, not separated. You know, we can't do nothing apart, but together we could do a lot of things.
That's right. I
You know
agree.
what I mean? We can do a lot of things, and I really truly believe God wants this for us. We just gotta want it for ourselves.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because otherwise, if God didn't want us for us to come together, He wouldn't have created change tomorrow today.
That's right. You
You know
heard
what I
the
mean?
brother.
Think
And
about
we-
it.
And we ain't going nowhere.
No, man. Think about it. Change
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Today.
Where does that come from?
Yeah.
You know, this ain't from a man's,
Right.
mind of way of thinking. This is
Right.
God. This is God's will. You
Right.
feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's do that. So once again, we want to thank y'all for joining us, sitting down, having this conversation with us, and we hope we didn't offend on anybody. If we did, you need to change.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and you
Hit the like button.
thing. You know how it goes, man. And once again, we love and appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the team. My brother, Milk Dud. We love you, brother.
Dex.
We love all of y'all, man.
Love all you
V,
guys.
we love
V, we
y'all.
love
We
you
love
too.
all you guys, man. We
Mhm.
love and appreciate all you guys. Let's have a great year. Let's finish the year strong, man.
Yep.
Love, peace, and
Happiness.
yes, sir. Change tomorrow today.